The darkness swallowed her. Then it spit her out. My neighbor has been screaming at me for days now. Maybe I should have buried her head with the rest of her. While I was away, someone broke into my home. Nothing was stolen, but they left a dusty old coffin in the middle of my living room. You hear a knock on the door of your hotel room and a voice shouts, "Room service?" "I don't remember ordering room service," you reply. "Okay, then I'm the maid," says the voice. Last night, I heard laughter coming from the basement. My house doesn't have a basement. All night you keep hearing a faint creaking noise. You keep looking behind you, but there's nothing there. Why don't you look above you? They opened his grave, but all they found was the head of the poor man whose body he had stolen. A man was shaving in front of a mirror. When he bent over to rinse his face in the sink, his reflection didn't move. Sometimes, when people come home, they feel a little paranoid and check every room just to make sure they're the only ones in the house. I've seen you do this. Luckily for me, you never check behind the curtains. I awoke to my grandmother gently caressing my hair. It was nice until I remembered she died when I was 9. "Would you like some milk in your coffee?" asked the old woman. As she opened the fridge, I caught a glimpse of something that looked like a human head. I grabbed my husband's arm tightly as we walked through the haunted house. By the time we got out, he was nowhere to be found, but I was still holding his arm. Lying in bed, unable to sleep, I blinked my eyes and noticed a message written on the bedroom door. It read, "I know you're awake." My daughter cries and screams at night. Every time I visit her grave, I ask her to stop, but she won't listen. I see my mother in the window. She waves and beckons for me to go with her. I hear my mother talking in the hallway. She doesn't sound the same and she smells like rotting meat. I see my mother in the mirror. Her eyes are gone and her soul has left with them. My mother tells me to turn off the lights. She says if I turn off the lights, I can go with her. Then we can find more friends. I love my mother and I want to make her happy. Lights out. Night night. Please be quiet. I need to think. You need to listen. Turn off the lights and try to be quiet. These thoughts have been swirling around in my mind for days. People say I'm paranoid. They say these thoughts are not healthy. They say I need to take medicine and make them go away. I don't believe them. Just because you're paranoid, it doesn't mean they're not after you. You know when you're falling asleep and you suddenly get the feeling that you've tripped? Your body lurches forward in an instant, ready to protect you instinctively from injury. You can almost see the ground rising to meet you. This occurs when the boundaries between you and the you in an alternate universe are weakest. This is the feeling that happens when another you dies. If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons. And I'll see you all next time.